Hey, Karen. How you been today, Karen? Can you hear me, Karen? Hey, Miss Queen L. Hey, girl. Hey, my Isha. You saw that shrimp meal? That's what I had last night, but I ain't uploaded the video to this morning. I said I'm gonna start doing a little mukbang for y'all every now and then. When I do eat, sometimes be eat some good stuff. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, Nicole. Hope all y'all been having a good day, man. Hey, Blessed. And thank y'all for even passing through. If you just passing through, speaking, I thank you for that. It was good, Maisha. So I had it for a while, and I finally was like, I'm finna get it and try it. And both of them was two different things, but both of them were veggies. One had shrimp and one was just all veggies, but they had two different tastes, and both of them were good. I just was trying to eat something instead of like getting some McDonald's or some hamburger meat or some pork or beef, or, something like that. I'm trying to find stuff that I can eat healthy. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Alice. Hey, Jackie. She said, hey, Cece, it's been a long time since I've been on here. Oh, girl, you better come through and tell me, hey. Even if you got to log back off, come through and just speak. Hey, Cece. Look, Blessing says, drink that lemon water. She ain't gonna let me forget about that lemon water. That lemon water do your body good, but you gotta eat a little healthy with it too. Cause it sure help. Y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Hit the like button for me so my notifications can get better. Cause I be having so many people saying, I miss if y'all go back and look at my comments back there, people be like, I miss your live because I don't get the notification. All thing I could do is, try to get people to hit the like button and share the live. And then people will probably start picking back up because I ain't holla, I stayed out for so long. And it was good, Beverly. I wish I could send all y'all some. Y'all know how I feed everybody. I don't care. It was good. It was pretty much it. It just had the sauce on it or whatever. That's the only thing I was kind of worried about was the sauce. Jackson laughed out loud. Hey, I'm sorry. Girl, just come through and wave your hand at me and say, CC, I can't stay today. But look, I done gave you a view now. I'm gone now. And I'll be fine. They do it all the time. They be like, hey, CC, I'm just coming through and waving. Hey, Vieta. Hey, Renee. Hey, Jackie. Oh, you a member, Jackie? I must have didn't even, I done looked, well, I ain't looked at my memberships in a while. So I didn't even know. Thank you, Jackie, for being a member, baby girl. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for y'all support because I do want to get back out and feed again, you guys, and I'm working on it really hard. I really want to get back out and feed again. So I'm coming live, much as I can so I can get back out and feed again and do what I love to do because that's something I just love to do, and other things too to help people. But, right now it is what it is. Um, so I had a couple of subjects. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about one. Um, I ain't gonna talk about that one because I don't see that person on here. It was one person wanted to know something about a certain subject, and I don't see her on here today. But anyways, Jackie said, "Hey y'all, Miss Beata." But and thank you for all your donations, Miss Beata. All your anything you done sent, thank you for it. Y'all been a blessing to me, man. So many times, so many ways. Even out the blue, I be sitting around and I just get a blessing from one of y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all been a blessing to my channel. But anyways, do anybody on here, let me ask y'all this though. Do anybody on here remember the Scott sisters? The two black ladies that got the life sentences? I think they had like 2 life sentences. Do anybody remember them? I'm trying to see who I remember the Scott sisters. And I gotta put my other phone on, you guys. Put it on my live so I can get the blocking. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I want them to hit that like button. I see one thumbs up there. So no, nobody remember the Scott sisters. Hey, Lawanda. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, I'm trying to watch two phones. Okay, so none of you guys remember the Scott sisters. Oh wow. Um, so I'm gonna talk about a little bit about molestation, you guys. Just a little bit. I'm gonna try not to hold you guys long. I don't stay on long anyway. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about rape, molestation, whatever. Um, and reason, yep, I'm on Facebook too, Maisha. When I come on, sometimes I do both of them at one time. The reason why I'm gonna talk about is because I've been listening and chiming in and hearing stuff about you know people touching the kids and stuff like that. And I'm one of the people that had that happen to me when I was a young girl. So I know how I feel all too well. When I was little, when I was like 4, my dad did that to me. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that don't know, really know my story, he did the same to me. Only difference with me when I went through it with my dad, my mom, she was a strong, bold type of woman. So she always, if somebody would bother us in that kind of way, I always knew I could go to my mom and tell my mom something like that, and she gonna protect me. So the difference with me, I told her right away. Like soon as he got me home, I went straight to my mom and I told my mom. So I know how I feel for a parent or whatever, to touch you or whatever. And sometimes you may not can get away from that parent to say anything. You may not be able to, to get away and say anything. So you gotta keep quiet. And I just kept seeing people in comments and stuff like that saying, I'm a little hoarse, you guys. I kept seeing people in the comments where I seen this at saying, "Oh, why you just talking now? Why you just not saying?" Everybody is not equipped like that, bold enough to say anything, especially when you got to be with that parent. You still got to stay with that parent. So you're not going to say anything because you know you ain't safe. You're not safe, so you're not going to talk about it. You're not going to tell anybody because you already try to, tell people other things that were going on in your household to you and wasn't nobody saving you. So you're not going to talk about it. But me, I knew I was going to be safe. I knew I could go home and tell my mom and I was going to be safe, and I didn't have to worry about what my dad was going to do to me. So when I heard this story, I heard on this internet, not talking about anybody, but when I see this and hear this story and I see some of the people comments and how they jumping on this person and stuff like that, why you haven't been saying anything, this, that, and another. I just, so I was brokenhearted because I was like, that's crazy. I was so brokenhearted because I was like, y'all don't understand a predicament in somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what a person go through when they in a child, a child. They don't have anybody to go to and save them after the situation. So they're afraid to even speak on it, you know? And that rate costs a lot in my life. You know what I'm saying? When you go through something like that, it puts a lot of rage, a lot of anger, it's a lot of hurt, a lot of everything inside of you. So what happened as I was growing up, I just had a whole bunch of anger. I had a whole bunch of anger. I was still this sweet person. I always had a good heart. But it was like I always seemed like I had to defend myself, even with. So it took me through something as I was growing up. And I started being defensive towards people. I started becoming defensive. And where it took me to, I ended up going to prison, you guys. because all the anger, all the buildup, everything I had gone through, it just made me where I was so defensive towards anybody. If they came for me the wrong way, I would go harder than them, you know. So I ended up going to prison behind all that I had gone through. So when I heard, when I see grown-ups on here attacking a child and saying why you didn't say this or why you didn't say that, you have to understand every child ain't bold enough to say anything about stuff like that, especially when they got to go back in the house with that parent. They know that ain't nobody gonna save them, so they gotta be quiet and let it come out when it come out. And then sometimes they also embarrassed to even talk about it. Sometimes they embarrassed to talk about it. We even as grown-ups, we are embarrassed to talk about certain things that happens in our life. You know what I'm saying? So as a child, you embarrassed to even talk about it and put it out there. But I was just heartbroken seeing this stuff on the internet last week and this week, and how some of the grown-ups were reacting to the child. I was like, wow, I know this world done turned wicked and evil. It's like it's a dog eat dog world out here. And I hate to get in that dog eat dog mode. You know what I'm saying? I try not to get in that mode. I done been in that mode on my channel before. But I had to tone it down. But I hate to have to get in that dog eat dog mode because it is what it is. Like I said, that stuff, when that stuff happens to you, some of us, it leads us to a better place, and some of us, it leads us to a worse place. Some people, that sexual abuse happened to them, they start doing it to somebody else. Any kind of abuse. If you've been abused some type of way in your life, sometimes some people they start abusing. They start being the abuser. And some of us, like myself, we don't become an abuser. It make our heart big for the world because we know what's bad out there. Now we see how dangerous out in the world. So it tells us, oh no, I can't be like that. I don't want to be like that. So that's what it did for me. I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to take that route where, okay, I've been abused, so now I'm going to start abusing everybody. I want to take that route to help the people that have been abused. I want to love on them, and I want to love on everybody, but even more on the people that have been abused because I understand it. I understand it every way because I ain't only get abused, as far as what my dad did, it was other things. So sorry that happened to you. What happened to your dad once you told your mom? He went to jail. He went to prison and he did some prison time or whatever. But that didn't stop him. He was a straight predator. I'm going to keep it real, baby. I know people going to talk about me, dog. I don't care though, but he went to prison. That did not stop him. He was just a predator. My dad was just a predator. That's what I see now that I'm older and God shows me things, on that type of stuff. If I look back in my past or whatever, he'll show me. So my mama sent his butt to prison. She never played when she was living up, not by her kids, So I just had to come on here and say, like, when I seen that mess all over the internet and people was dogging this child out, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Because what makes me mad, if you ain't never been through it, don't speak on it then. Because you may not can be compassionate enough to speak on it if you ain't never been through it. Everybody that been through molestation or whatever they've been through in their childhood is not going to go and start molesting other people. But some people will. Some people will. If a child come to you and tell you that they being molested, be on their side and do everything you can do to get them up out of it. Please don't shut them up. I'm so tired this day and time now. People are shutting these kids down. These kids are coming and saying something sometimes, and ain't nobody really doing nothing about it. And the next thing you hear about the kid is not here anymore with us, gone to glory. Because everybody is not protecting kids no more. I don't care if it's not your kid or not. If you see a kid going through something, do everything in your power to be an advocate for that kid, to get that kid out of that. It's sad. Right, Maisha? It's just sad that we're not protecting kids anymore. And I'm like, every time I look at the news or anything, that's what I see, kids getting hurt. Because nobody listened. Nobody paid attention that child ain't been to school in 3 or 4 days. Everybody dropped the ball on that child. Everybody in that child life dropped the ball and ain't fighting hard enough. Kids can't kids can't make it through if we ain't protected them. We have to protect them, whether they are our kids or they not our kids. We still have to see what we see, and we got to go to bat for them. So I don't get it where I'm looking at this news or I go on Facebook and they say this child been being abused for 4 or 5 years, and somebody did go say something, but they didn't do nothing about it. When you go say something, they don't do nothing about it. You can't stop saying something. You got to take pictures. You got to do whatever you got to do to get that child out of that living arrangement. But on the flip side of that, you also got to see if you can make sure if that child go to a right place to stay. Because let me tell you something about foster homes. Getting a child out of a bad house don't mean that child gonna go to a great family. Sometimes when you get a child out of a bad house, they go right to some more abuse. Because these foster families, all they want is money. They want the money off the kids. It's somebody that's sitting at home, don't want to work, so they keep a whole bunch of kids just to keep some money coming in the house and pay bills. And then they abuse the kids. Kids get raped in the foster homes too. Hey, Sprinkle. Kids get raped in foster homes too, baby. So even when you battling for a child, you may have to still check on that child later on to make sure that when that child get to that foster place, that child still being taken care of. And ain't nothing going on. Some kids are a shut down type of kids. They not bold. They won't say anything because they've been intimidated all their life. Since they were babies, they've been intimidated. So they shut down. You know what I'm saying? And they won't tell you nothing. I just had to speak that because, I ain't been speaking on a lot of things. I don't speak on a lot of things. But I've been through what this baby been through. I ain't calling his name, but I've been through it. So I know how I feel. And I don't know how I feel for everybody not to believe you. I don't know how that feel because I had somebody that believed me. My mom believed me. And she stepped in and she did her job. Because my dad went to prison. Hey, Prince. But I just wanted to come on and say that because I'm just looking at this internet and I'm like, these folks are so these folks, I was just talking about Prince about molestation, people being molested and people not believing them, and people going against a child. Katrina, hey Katrina, you said DCF is the worst. Yes. So you got to know, hey Janelle, DCF is the worst because they won't fully do their job. They half do their job. Only thing most of them doing in DCF is getting a check so they can go home and pay their bills. They really don't. Some of them do not. I can't say all of them, but some of them do not care about those kids. They just doing a job so they can get a check and pay their bills. That's it. That's all. So I just, I tell you, when you pulling a child out of an abusive situation, if you can you check on them? See if they doing okay in that foster home. Because also you can get them out that abusive situation there and they can go to another one. I done seen it. I know. I experienced it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you a lot of my life I have experienced. And that's why I'm the person who I am now. That's why my heart like it is. That's why I try to love people because of my experiences when I was young. Katrina said they crooked. They are, Katrina. Some of them are. Some of them are very crooked, and some of them don't do their job. They don't go back and never check on that child, making sure that child okay, or take the child off and make the child trust you. So if something is happening in that foster home, then that child will talk to you. But if you're not bonding with the child, that you got a case on the child, but you're not going by bonding with that child not going to trust you. Close the case and leave the kids in abuse home. And for one reason, I think they kind of do that too, you guys. And I'm not taking up for them. They close the cases and leave them there because just like I just said, Prince, sometimes the foster homes ain't no better. Sometimes they don't have nowhere to even put the kids. That foster home don't be no better. Go look some stuff up about foster homes. Go search, do your research, and you're gonna see how many foster homes. You're gonna see some foster homes, which I haven't researched because I know it all too well for myself. But you do some research on it and you'll see. Yes, you want the kids out that bad home, but you also want to get them in a good place. And the DCF also need to, that's your case. You lost that child in that foster home. it's going to be somebody's case. So you need to be getting close to that child so that you can, even if you got to take the baby out for ice cream or something every once in a while, so that you can connect with that baby, and that baby will tell you what's going on in that home if something going on. So, right, Prince, that's what I was saying. I was just talking about the molestation or whatever going on, touching your kid or whatever. I was just, kind of touching on that subject because I've been there before. I've been there. My dad was just a predator, period. That's what I'm going to call him. I don't care. I don't care what people think, but he didn't make me, he didn't make me nothing like him. Nothing like him. Made me a better person going through all that stuff. It made me a better person towards people. You're so right. I've never experienced it, but it's a blessing that you're putting this out in the social media. Right. Because people don't realize. They just be like, well, get the kids out of there. Get the kids out the house. And let's put them over here. If you don't go back and check on them kids after you put them in the foster home, you probably put them in another abusive situation. The kids probably gave up hope. A lot of these kids, they get put in a foster home, they give up hope because they still be getting abused. You pull them out of one abusive situation and put them in another. Hey, K-Love. And that's all. I have to come and speak what's on my mind and what's on my heart, no matter what people say about me, Oh, CC done been through this. CC done been through that. That's fine. I have. It's a lot of us out here have. It's a lot of people afraid to speak on what they done been through in life because they know people going to attack them. But I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is getting my message out because guess what? It's going to help somebody. Whatever message I bring on here going to help somebody. I know this. I don't get emails and messages for nothing. Whatever I come and say, I know it's going to help somebody. Most abusers are known, not strangers for sure. Right, baby? Because let me tell you. Yeah, I do have allergies, so I do cough. I do be coughing and stuff. And I don't know why my voice hoarse, but it's probably from my allergy. My dad never stopped, you guys. Even when I got in my teen years, he never stopped. He never stopped. He stopped for a while. But when I got into my teen years, if I wanted him to do something for me, I would have to do something for him. Okay? And you know what that was. So my dad was just a predator. Straight flat like that. Yes, it's a lot of us survivors out here. Right, baby? It's a lot of people out here go through this and they hold on to it and keep it buried. Because people will, pick with you about this and that, but you cannot pick with me. I don't care about what you think. Everything I go through, I have gone through. It's a reason that I went through it. It's a reason that I went through it. And it was for to help somebody else later on in life. And it was to make me stronger. And whatever you went through or didn't go through, oh well. That's why I be careful about speaking on somebody and putting my mouth on people because you never know. You never know. Oh, you welcome, Jonelle. Thank you for coming through and watching. You never know you never know why people behave a certain way or why they doing something a certain way. You never know. So that's why I try to be mindful to be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes it kind of catch me off guard. Sometimes I get around somebody and they just got this attitude or something like that. I have to try to stay mindful that you don't know what a bad day they had, what they going through at home. You don't know. So I have to try to stay mindful lest they just get too far gone. Then I can't be mindful no more. But you have to be mindful of what people go through, why people, think a certain way or, act a certain way. You got to be mindful of that type of stuff. Some people, I'm not gonna protect nobody that comes through here and say, okay, well, I've been through abuse and that's why I'm a narcissist. That's why I want to be a narcissist. Because you got a choice. You got a path. You can pick the nice path or you can pick the other one. You can go left or you can go right. And I'd rather go right. I don't want to go left. I don't want to hear just because this happened to you and that happened to you, that's why you're doing this to somebody. I don't want to hear that. Like, I ain't trying to hear it. CCU was in his care after he was released. No, LaWanda, I never was in his care, so I never had to worry about him. I was never in his care. I was always with my mom, always. So I never had to deal with him, And that's the best part of mine. That's the difference in mine. I didn't have to go tell somebody, and then have to go back to him. I didn't have to worry about him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom took care of us. Right. When a child tells you something happens, bleed them. Right. And it's a lot of moms out here. Let me tell you something. They got these guys living with them, and they little girls, and they little girls will go to them and tell them that that man is messing with them, and they will not do anything about it. They won't do nothing about it. Leave their child hanging. Leave them hanging. I have no respect for that type of person, none whatsoever. Because if my child come and tell me that my man in here touching on her, it's going to be a whole bunch of MF problems. It's going to be a lot of them. If she come tell me some stuff like that, we finna go get it proved. We going to the doctor, and when I come home, he need to be up out of there. He need to be gone, so it won't be no bad misunderstanding about my child. So for you mothers that's out here knowing that your child being touched or whatever, and your child tell you, and you decide that you want to be a sorry mother and don't do nothing about it or say anything about it, woe to you. Woe to your ass, because you are ridiculous as a woman. You are ridiculous. My child can tell me something now, and I'm saying all of them grown. I still go to bat for them. So woe to you. I want to call you something because that subject kind of pissed me off. Like, why are you touching on kids? That's so disgusting. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. They are babies. It's disgusting. Then it's your own. It's disgusting, like straight disgusting. And that's what I got to say about that subject. You know, I've been trying to not speak on certain things, but so if you lay around and don't hold up for nothing at all and just be quiet on everything, you what you living for? What you here for? You ain't speaking on nothing. Some stuff I don't have to speak on because it ain't, I care less about it. Hey Jazzy. Yeah, some stuff I don't have to speak on, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not my business. I need to mind my business, you know? But some stuff like that, you need to speak on it. Don't be quiet about it. Let me introduce you to Mr. Nine Reload. How about that, Prince? How about that? Erica, you was blessed to have a mother like you did. I went through that with my mama husband. I was told by my mama that she's going to ruin my life like I ruined hers. She made sure she succeeded in doing so. Erica, your life is not ruined, baby. Your life is not ruined. It's not ruined. And I know how you feel, believe me, because I done seen some things and been through some things with family. But your life is not ruined. It's what you want to do with it. And it's how you pick yourself back up. So your life is not ruined, baby. Get back up, put your big girl panties on, and try to move forward. That's all I can tell you, because that's what I had to do each and every time something happened. I had to get back up, put my big girl drawers on, and move forward. Oh, hey, Mama. But yeah, I just had to come over and say that if you one of them type of women, you're just you disgusting, and I don't even understand. I don't even understand how you can allow something to happen to your child, because they like, my children are precious to me. I would still fight for my children right now, you guys. And they are grown. So I know when they were younger, I would never allow that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that I see I sit and watch this stuff all day, every day. Children are dying all over the place. Nobody cares about children anymore. Nobody care. Nobody don't care about, you work at a school and you see that child coming in there looking some type of way, but you're not even saying nothing about it. You just sitting there looking. You're just observing, but you're not saying anything about it. You're not trying to find out why this child like this, or what this child been through, or what this child going through. So all I got to say for you mothers out there that think it's okay for your child to be molested or anything like that, baby, I hope you get what was coming for you. I hope you get what's coming for you, because it's ridiculous and it's nasty. It's disgusting. And I have no respect for you. None. And you got to have none for me. I don't look for nobody to have none for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I don't know you. That's why old girl catching hell. She whined about her mom failed her while she failing her children. But you know what? And I ain't spoke on her in a long time, but I don't give no motherfucking fucks today. I'ma say what the fuck I wanna say. And everybody better mind their motherfucking business. Like, period. Let me tell you something. You talk about what your mama took you through, but you turn around and do it to your kids. You turn around and you do it to your kids. That's the main thing I try not to do to my kids. What I went through, I try to make sure my kids didn't go through it. And I did fail them in some ways because you do fail as a mother, but I didn't fail them in that way. Not in that way. So when I see somebody sitting there, you sitting there talking about what all you been through as a child, but you doing it, you got on that same path. You doing the same thing that you say that you didn't like it done to you. But you doing the same thing and don't even know it. Or you know it and just don't care. Which one is it? I don't know. But you're doing the same thing. Same thing that you went through, you taking your kids through too. And I ain't gonna even line it up and put it in no list. I can, but I'm not. Cause I ain't even gonna get deep off in that like that. So it is, Beverly, it is what it is. Hey Brittany, it is what it is with that person because she doing the same thing. I remember I always said I didn't want to do my children this. I didn't want them growing up the same way that what I went through. And I did everything that I in my power not to let them. You know, I failed my kids when I went to prison. That's when I failed my kids. You know, if I hadn't went there, they wouldn't have been failed at all, ever. Because I was not an abusive parent just because what I had gone through. I was not. I covered my kids. So I mean, I can't see how you go through it as a kid and then you turn around and start doing it to your kids. I just don't understand it. Make it make sense. Give me. You'll never make it make sense to me because I already know what it is. I already see it for what it is. I see straight through the bullshit. Okay, excuse all the cussing, y'all, but it's just, people, I hold in a lot. I try not to come on here and put my mouth on nobody. I hold in a lot. But it is what it is tonight. I'm say what it is, and it is what it is. I don't care who like it. It's truth. Why do you put your children through the same thing that you say you didn't like going through? You said, well, my mama did this to me and gave me away, and then you turn around and do it to your kids. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Hey, Kimberly. Make it make sense to me. Because none of that shit makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I don't care if somebody calling DCM. You know how you could have stopped that? By being a mother and stop putting them on camera. See how easy that is? Stop putting them on camera and just do what you're supposed to do. That's how you could have stopped all of that. Stop putting them on camera and do what you're supposed to do. Not send them away. That's right, CC Beverly. The system needs to be more supportive of moms behind bars. It's not though. It's not because I would still get to see my kids. He would bring them, but like he would have his time where he'll start skipping around. And one time I went see him for about 3 months and stuff like that. He was a whole mess. He the one I told y'all I was married to and I finally got my divorce from him about 3 months ago. And we've been separated about 6 years. So they don't support you like that. You can get that little visit, and that's it. And it'd be like what it was. I can't even remember. I've been out so long. I told her Greasy see big facts. Exactly, Kim. Why would you do that though, Kim? If you know that it was something, if you know that happened to you and it didn't feel good to you, why would you start doing it to your kids when you know it hurt you to your core? Why do we do stuff to people that we know will hurt us to our core, but we'll turn around and do it to somebody else? That's all I'm saying. Why? I don't get it, y'all. I was just like, wow. And then you're trying to do it underhandedly, like, oh, I just did this for this. I mean, here go the excuses. Here go the excuses. I don't take them neither from some people. I'll be like, excuses. Excuses. She chose social media over her children. Straight like that. Because my main thing, you guys, I would have made my money still to take care of my kids. It's mothers out here, y'all, that's struggling really bad. Struggling. I'm talking about barely paying their bills, barely doing anything. But guess what? They struggling, but they ain't gave their kids away. I bet you they got all 5 of them. They ain't let go of now one of them. And DCF came after them and came after them. Believe me, DCF came after them. But they have not given not one of them away. That's why I can't respect you. I can't respect you. Because they have not given one. It's mothers out here struggling. You're not struggling. You're not struggling. So why would you give your kids? Why would you? I'm not trying to hear the DCF thing. I'm not trying to hear that. Because my thing was, if I was on here like that and my kids was on here and I had a little bit of kids and people were bothering me, first of all, I wouldn't be being bothered anyway because I would be taking care of my kids properly. Yeah, properly. Feeding them, making sure they bathe and not hollering and screaming talking about getting in the tub. I'm going to go and make sure you done got in the tub and make sure you bathe properly. I'm going to make sure you got on night clothes. I'm going to make sure you got on clean clothes the next day. I'm going to make sure you get to school, especially when I work from home. I don't have nothing else to do but sit and make money. How tired can you be? How tired can you be? You can't get up the next morning, but you don't even have to, you don't have to lift a hand to work. You just lift a phone. And you ain't got to lift that. You just sit it down and talk on it. Oh, you are telling it like it really is in such a respectful way. Kimberly, I have to agree with you. I don't get it. And I'm not finna respect nothing about it. And you're not finna give me no excuse to keep on hollering about everybody calling DCF on me. And get your kids out the camera and take care of them. The main thing you need to do is take care of them. That's the first thing. You can keep them in. It's so many people that come on here got kids. You don't see all them folks on here making their money saying DCF being called because they taking care of their kids properly. You know people gonna sit on here and watch everything you do. And when you ain't doing something properly or right, people gonna have something to say. Untreated mental health, you can see it. DCF is failing them kids. Ben failed them. And it is it is mental health problems there. Big ones. But that's just her main words. Oh, you mentally ill. Y'all mentally ill. But it's just somebody, I guess, you know what? If you mentally ill and you don't never own up to it or never see your problem, you're going to stay that way. If you don't never pay attention to what you got going on inside you and stop worrying about everybody else, you're going to always have that problem. Just point blank, period. And that's just my take on, on that situation. I can go a little deeper and a little harder, People ask me, but I be like, I ain't getting on that, and I'm not going to get on that. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about when I come on here. I can't stay on that mess all the time because that mess is so dark and negative. I just can't. I could never come on camera. Had I did it or not, I can't believe it. Right. I don't get it, Kim, but that's my take on the bullshit. I got to get my mouth right. I'm about to go rinse it out with some soap in a minute if I cuss one more time. Y'all listen to me talking about something. Cuss one more time. But yeah, I just, that's my take on it. That's how I feel about it. I hadn't talked about, too much in a long time, but I've been through that situation as a child. So that's something I did want to speak on. Chick Jazz, no pride, morals, nor self-worth, in my opinion. No, at all. None of that. None of those things. You got too much pride. I put it like that. She do have a lot of pride in the wrong type of way. Once DCF is called, I'm going to switch up my schedule. I am not going to keep giving people reasons to call. Right. Just do right. That's all. And people will leave it alone. But at the same time, if you already picked at so many people and bother so many people, it's, it's a train wreck now. You can get it right or not. People going to still pick with you. Kimberly said, no, your mouth right. Girl, you is a mess. Ooh, Beverly said, mouth is fine. Yeah, y'all just, I got it. I'm trying to get the cuss words out, but that lady, that bull crap there, y'all. And y'all know I've been holding on. I don't say nothing. I stay out of it. And I ain't going to talk about it every day. I ain't going to let nobody come and talk about it every day. But that's, that's a little bit of my take on it. I can go a little deeper on it. But I mean, the excuses be killing me. I be sick of the excuses. Y'all hit the like button for me, babies. Hit the like button. I got 2 likes, 2 thumbs up. Hit that like button just how I was cussing. Hit it just that hard. But that subject do makes me mad. Oh yeah, most definitely, Maisha. Most definitely. She very that, most definitely that. Very, it's all about her. But that's just a narcissist. All you gotta do is use one word, narcissist. That's just a narcissist. It's all about them. Really, let me tell you my experience with a narcissist. My husband, he didn't care nothing for my kids. He didn't care nothing about them kids. He used my kids as bait for me to piss me off, to provoke me. He never cared nothing. They never care anything about kids. They kids are for something to gain something for them. It's something to help them out. You know what I'm saying? For hers, for hers, it was checks. It was checks, you know? So narcissists don't care about their kids if y'all think they do. They do not. So if you ever been with one or you got kids by one, you will learn today. They do not care nothing about their kids, babies. Nothing. And I can tell you that. I know. They don't care anything about kids. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Karen. I see 2 likes up there. I see, I'm on the way to Bible study, but we'll catch the replay, love. Oh, okay, thank you, Elaine. Enjoy, baby. Bring me some of that church fire back. I takes it. But yeah, I just had to come on here and say that, narcissists, they don't care. They care less about their kids. They don't care nothing about no doggone kids. My break is over. See, I'm watching the replay and hopefully I'll catch another video. Have a blessed day. Okay, thank you, Mama. One of my issue Ruckaberry and keep getting on camera like she's unbothered. Heck, I'm bothering. It's not my issue. Kids are for show trophy. Exactly, Kim. He used to use, in fact, he used to use the dogs, the kid in it. I love the dog too we had. He used to use all of that just to provoke an argument. So what y'all see, what you get with them. And you cannot, advice is nothing they gonna take. They not gonna take your advice. They not. They don't change. They don't want to change. Some of them will try to change, the ones that become self-conscious a little bit, but they mostly, with a narcissist, good luck with changing them. You're going to be half dead trying to change one. The best thing for you to do is run. You better run. Battle Angel, if you're really speaking, I definitely hit the like button. Thank you, Mar love. But you better run if you got a narcissist in your life and you think you finna change them. You finna, child, you're going to be having a heart attack. You're going to be dead. You're going to be dead trying to change them. Good luck with that. Because I've been there before. And I know. Anything, I'm going to tell you who's going to be changed. You are. When you get out of that, you're going to be changed. That happy-go-lucky person that you was, that pretty person that you was, all of that goodness that you was, a lot of that stuff going to be gone. Self-esteem, everything. A lot of stuff going to be gone. You got to get a lot of therapy behind being in one of those relationships, according to how long you've been in it. And you got to really want to pull some of that nastiness back up out of you. Because what they do is shoot a lot of poison. If you be around them people and keep dealing with them people, they shoot a lot of poison in you. A lot of bad poison. Everybody, please hit the like button. Looks like DCF couldn't even make her change. Nobody can make your, when it comes to our narcissist and their children, it is what it is. It is what it is. Those children are a pawn in a game. That's it. That's all. I'ma hold on to them just in case I lose any other kind of money, and then I can get them back, and I'll be getting them checks. So I'll be all right for a while. They will, the one that you right. They will drain you. I was so drained when I left out my marriage, man, y'all. I looked like I was on crack. I was so little, and people were telling me that. They were like, "Oh, Sharice, you look like you little." And I was like, "No, I'm not, girl. I'm all right." I want them to leave me alone. But I was so drained because I stayed there, you guys. I with this man for 20 years, but I stayed around him once he started showing them traits for about 7 years. It was about 7. And I was totally drained. And I looked like a old crackhead. And I didn't even notice because I was just so tired. That's why I know them. When I see them, I dealt with one for so long. And people be like, "Oh, she say this because she say well, I ain't saying it because nothing. I know them. I know them. I can sit on here and look at them and know them, baby. I don't care. So it is what it is. I had to say that and put that out there. I'm not responding to no nothing, you know, but they will drain you. They would drain you so bad that you can't even think straight. I was working 2 jobs. All I wanted to do when I got out there was sleep. I just want to sleep all the time because I was so tired from that relationship because they require so much from you. So much. Oh, Prince, you be doing that drama, girl. I be seeing you on them drama channels, which mine was at one time. I really wasn't doing drama though. I was telling the truth, but people, people turned it into drama, so I had to back off because I was like, I don't do drama out here. Hey, Renee. But yeah, I just tell you, I just tell you this, you see a child going through something, you work somewhere, you see a child going through something, whatever, man, help the baby, help the child the best that you can. Try to follow up on it. Cause sometimes, y'all, these children be going through so doggone much, y'all wouldn't realize. Y'all wouldn't realize these people be in these houses doing so much to these children. And these children be going through some stuff. And people don't, it's like people done got so selfish now. It's just all about us. We just think about ourselves. If I see any children going through anything around me, it's gonna be a problem, a big problem. You know what I'm saying? Because they cannot fend for themselves. They didn't ask to even come here. You know what I'm saying? So if you can put your hands on your own, it's just disgusting to me, and it's just a subject that make me really mad. Because I've been through it. I've been through it, but I didn't let it turn me. I ain't let it turn me into no Chester. Now I'm not gonna go put my hands on something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing no dumb mess like that. It's dumb mess. But I just had to come on and say that. Thank y'all for coming on and coming through for me. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for hanging in there and rocking with me no matter what. Y'all. I am trying to get back out there and feed the homeless. So I'm coming on. I'm trying to do what I can. I'm trying to get back out there and do what I like to do the best and do the most. So I love y'all for coming through and giving me giving me your views, your likes, your support, your share. Y'all check up on me. I appreciate all of that. Y'all just hit the like button on your way out. If you like it, hit the like button. I thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Keep your head up, stay strong. Right, Prince? I love y'all. Good night.